Yeah, welcome to KJ and we are here to mourn our friend, the late Edward Nyagech Morema and Grace Morema, who were brutally murdered in Kenya. And here we have the family uh, in the studio, Cliff Morema, who's the eldest son. How are you?
I'm very fine, Dr. Thank you
Yeah,
for welcoming me.
yeah. We are
I'm
so,
also,
so we are so sorry of what happened to you and for the loss of your father. And can you tell us really what happened?
okay. I was waking up from the night of Sunday, waking up to Monday morning, and I received a call from one of my cousins. It was saying that it was a direct, it was a very direct, fast and direct answer. Your dad is dead. So I broke down. I didn't even listen to the rest of the message. So I just broke down fast. I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
So I was thinking in my mind, probably it's because of his condition. He has some medical condition. But I held on. Later, my uncle called me, called Henry Mayeka. Then he gave me the full news and I was so heartbroken.
Okay.
So that's the simple way I can describe the information got to me.
Yeah. So at the moment, what can you tell the community? What would you want done for your
Okay,
father?
it's been a hard 1 week. Uh, the community in diaspora, we are really, really grateful that you have been close to us. It's been hard. We are taking one day at a time.
Okay.
We don't even know how tomorrow we wake up because the news is all over the public. It's all over the social medias. We are really trying. The rest, even people giving statements without us knowing what they are telling out there. They're giving different versions of the story. So it's really hard for us. We are trying to come together as a family, hold ourselves together as we prepare as we prepare to go and lay them to rest. We are really having challenges
Mhm.
from the investigation all the way to the preparation here on how we'll get to our home from from here in the USA, so that we can be able to lay our parents to rest. I have my fears. One because of the security, and we want the guarantee from the Kenyan government that we will be taken care of, that security will be provided, because we don't know the assailants till now.
Okay.
We don't know the assailants. We can only speculate. People are speculating out there, but we don't know the assailants. So we
Okay.
don't know whether we are even safe coming to send off our parents. Number two, on the investigation, I don't know what the Kenyan government is doing, because we don't have any updates. We don't know what they are doing. We only hear that police are on the ground. Police are on the ground. We are not getting statements from the police telling us where and how far they are with the investigations. Number three, it's the financial aspect, because we are in the diaspora and we are really trying to pull resources together. And that's my appeal to the Kenyan in the diaspora to really help us
Okay.
pull resources together so that we can be able to give our parents a decent send off.
Okay. And what appeal will you want from the American government?
Actually, the American government, we tried, we've been trying to reach them, and our appeal as a family is we need them to join in the investigation, probably where the Kenyan government is lacking. Maybe they can send their special, maybe FBI agents to be able to take more keen action into look into the finer details of the events that happened in that house. even get the story out there how these things happened. It looks like a very sophisticated murder. So I don't know whether the US government.
We are losing your voice a little bit. I don't know if it's.
Oh, sorry. You're getting me now?
Yeah, we are getting you now.
So our request is to get the US government to assist with to work hand in hand with the Kenyan government, and like really, we want to see them on the ground, maybe from the State Department or the consulate in Nairobi. People like giving us feedback so that we can know they are on the ground and they are willing to help the family get the justice that we deserve.
Okay. Yeah. How are your other siblings doing? Your sisters and brothers?
I have I'm here with my two sisters.
Okay.
On this Zoom, maybe I can introduce them to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Caroline Morema. I'm the second born of Mr. Edward Morema. We are really saddened and shocked. We can't really get to terms to the death of our father. We really need all the help and support from both governments and the community to help us really find justice to what happened.
Okay.
Yes, that's all I can say.
Awesome. Thank you.
I have my other sister on my other side.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Winnie Morema. I'm the second to the last child of Edward and Grace, and it's been really hard. And you guys have come through for us, but we need the government to come through for us as well. We are citizens. I personally am. My dad was. And I need to know that we are taken care of in terms of finding, getting to justice for our parents, especially my dad, who was an American citizen as well. So we would really like to get some closure. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
So that's you can hear the sentiments of my two sisters. They are in line with what I've just said. I also have a brother, but he's not here. And I have one sibling who we are really concerned about because he's back home.
Okay. Are you constantly in touch with him?
Yeah, we are constantly in touch with him, but he's so scared. He doesn't even know who to lean to. But we are trying our best to tell him not to appear at our home where the murders happened, because we don't know whether the assailants are still out there to finish us. We don't know. Yep.
Yeah, well, as you understand, the Kenyan community, we are mourning and demanding for justice. And I would bring in your uncle, who is a community pastor, Mr. Jeremiah Nsongo. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, welcome to the studio. What do you have to tell us about your friend Edward and Grace Morema about their sudden death?
Thanks, Dr. Josh Omandi, for the opportunity. Actually, I have a lot to say about my friend Edward and his dear wife, Grace Morema. These people have been my close friends from way when we were young. Morema, we used to play with him when we were small boys. You know, we would play out there, kids' games, things like that. So it's just a long time friend. And when we came to the USA, Morema, we have been together through thick and thin, in the night, in the day. We lived in the same house, same apartment for close to 3 years.
Okay.
So when I received this sad news of this inhuman act on them, actually I got the message. It was like 4 in the morning. You know, 4 in the morning is when some of us, has our age, we are sleeping like kids. But it really got me off guard, and I found out that there was darkness everywhere in me. I could not even compose myself to think about it. Later on, somebody sent me a link to see my friend lying down there, the way he was, which I don't even want to describe right now. It was pathetic. It was so bad. Now, that having been said, it has happened. In whichever way it has happened. The remaining now is that we need assistance from the community so that we can lay our brother and our dear mom to rest. That's all we can ask the community to do. Let them come close to us. Let them give us hugs. Let us comfort us in any way. Let the community come and support us financially, because, you know, with all whatever happened, everything came to a standstill. The kids needs your financial support so that they can travel home and let their parents to rest. I also want to appeal to the American government. I am a citizen, and Morema Edward was also a citizen of this country. We really need that we are assured of our security when we travel back to visit our homeland. A lot of people have been murdered while visiting, and the government of America seems not to care.
Okay.
So we are appealing to the State Department and even to Congress to have like an act where we are protected when we go down there. I also appeal to the Kenya government because these people, they are out there. Don't they? They didn't come from. They are out there. We were wondering why nobody has been arrested up this time, so that we could know exactly what really happened. That is my appeal I can make the Kenya government and the USA government.
Okay, thank you very much. We continue to have so many people on the backstage. So some, when I move you to the backstage, because I want others also to give their condolence. So you will wait, you will come back again. And let me bring in Susana Mavera to the studio. Hello.
Hello, Dr. Mundi.
Yeah, how are you?
Not so good with what is happening.
Okay. Yeah, what do you have to say about the death of Morema?
The death of Edward and Grace has really personally touched me because we as American citizens who visit Kenya, we are not safe at all. Through what we saw that happened to Edward and Grace, we don't feel safe. We really don't feel safe at all. And I can say, I haven't seen anything. I've not heard anything like the Kenyan government is doing any investigation. By now, the family should at least have known something small, something is going on. But so far, nothing is going on. It seems like it's the normal routine in Kenya. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. And we have Henry Momanyi. Henry Momanyi is online. Henry, can you hear me?
I do.
Yes. What do you have to say about the death of Edward and Grace?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity also to air my views concerning the sudden death, which came as a surprise. I can say that our communities, they are, they don't know what to say because it was unfortunate. We have never, experienced such killing, especially in our motherland, where we know that this is home and we don't even need security. But when we see such photos, or when we hear that, one of our own is murdered in such a, mysterious way with the family, we don't have answers yet, and we know that the government of Kenya and other stakeholders should, close in as soon as possible to bring this to an end. We must know that we must demand that justice must be done for the family of Mr. Edward Nyagechi, and also the people, the Americans, especially some of us who share the two countries. We are Americans and we are Kenyans.
Okay.
That's why we demand justice to be done. That's why we want our government or our governments to do some justice, to the family of Nyagechi, and by extension to American citizens, who faced back home. We are fearing, to go back home because of these things. Even our children here, they're asking, Daddy, you mean you can go back to that country where people are, killed? So I know it's so hard, but we know we need to, come together wherever we are, support the family, as also we demand it just to be done like anybody's saying. That's all I can say at this time.
Thank you very much. We have Manakendra on the studio too. Hi, Manakendra, how are you?
I'm doing great, Dr. Josh. How are you doing?
Good.
I was passing by, I saw this link and I clicked it. I found myself in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we are mourning the death of our friends Edward and Grace Morema, who were brutally murdered in Kenya. I think you know about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you have to say about?
I will seek your permission to use the Swahili.
That's okay. You are at liberty.
All right. Thank you. So mimi kama Mwanakendra kwa kweli ninasikitika sana kwa kifo cha Morema na familia yake. Na kitu ambacho ningependa kwanza kushukuru KJTV ni kwamba kwanza ningekushukuru sana kwa kuhimiza na umeanzisha mswada ambao unahitaji watu kutoka Marekani, tuseme serikali ya Marekani ijihusishe na uchunguzi uliofanyika katika harakati za kuwaua wale wapendwa wetu. Hiyo kwanza ningekupa heko kama Dr. Mandi, kwa sababu ni hatua nzuri ambayo umetuonyesha kwa kuanzisha mswada ili tuweze kuangalia kwamba kama serikali ya Marekani ambayo ina vifaa vya CCTV kama inaweza kutusaidia kuchunguza hayo masuala yaliyotokea. Na kitu ambacho pia ningependa kusema ni kwamba unajua haya yametokea, hatuwezi kuogopa kwenda nyumbani eti kwamba yametokea kivi. Ni sisi kama watu ambao tunaishi Marekani tukuje pamoja tuangalie ni jinsi gani tunapoenda nyumbani, tusiwe tunaenda nyumbani kama vile unatoka Nairobi kwenda Kisii. Tuende nyumbani tukijua kwamba ukiwa Marekani kuna ile taswira watu wakiwa nayo nyumbani, wanajua mtu anayetoka Marekani ni mtu wako na pesa nyingi. Kwa hiyo unapoenda nyumbani tafuta hata bodyguards, watu kama 5 wanatembea na wewe. Kama haitawezekana kiivo, unaweza kucontract hata mambo ya security services, unalipa pesa, wanakulinda wewe na boma yako mpaka kipindi umetoka nyumbani. Kwa sababu imetokea kwamba watu ambao wako kule nyumbani wanakuona wewe kama mtu ambaye uko na pesa. Kwa hiyo huwezi kuenda kama wanakuona kama una pesa, alafu ukaenda tu ukalala nyumbani kama mtu wa kawaida. Mtu ambaye anatoka Marekani kule Kenya sio mtu wa kawaida. Kwa hiyo maoni yangu kwa wananchi ambao wanatusikiliza ndani ya KJTV ni kwamba popote unapopanga safari ya kwenda nyumbani, hakikisha unajipanga na security ya kutosha. Hayo ndo maoni yangu, Daktari Josh.
Okay, I know you are politicians, so you are used to working with bodyguards. We are people from diaspora, we don't have that luxury lakini thanks for your advice.
Yeah.
And I would want to bring in Susan to talk about something. Can you talk about the vigil we are going to hold tomorrow? Susan, please.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Oh. Hello?
Okay. Okay, I'm here.
Yes.
So tomorrow we are planning to have a vigil at Centennial. Let me get the address very well here. Okay, hold on. Okay, it's gonna be on Centennial back 6301 Single Creek Parkway, Brooklyn Center, starting 4 o'clock to 6 p.m. And also, my appeal will be, I'm appealing to the American government to collaborate with the Kenyan government to find justice for this family. The children of Edward and Grace, they're so scary. They are so scared of even going back to Kenya to bury their parents. So please, the American government, help us in this. The Kenyan government, the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, please join hand with the people on the ground, the CIDs, join hand. We need to see that these people have been arrested, because it has become like people from diaspora, they come back in Kenya, they are murdered and nothing happens. So I think last year somebody from Texas was murdered, nothing happened. So we can't be murdered like chickens, and the Kenyan government is not doing anything. We contribute a lot in the Kenyan economy. So they need to be doing something to keep us safe when we go there for vacation.
Thank you. You know, there is a memory I want to play for. I don't know. I wanted to play something. The speech he gave. You know, it's so amazing that it is exactly 2 years that he died when he was opening this house, and they said that if God can give them 2-3 years to live in the house. What do you have to say in that? It's so amazing that he talked about it and he has just gone in 2 years.
You know, sometimes being a Christian, this wealth in this world is not our home. Sometimes when you acquire something as a Christian, you pray to God, like, may I at least spend some time. It looks like Edward, God was talking to Edward and predicting the death, but it happened in the way no one could. Edward was a Christian. I think as a Christian, sometimes we always put God. We ask God when we achieve something, God to help us use the property we have achieved or anything we have achieved to add us more years so we can enjoy the thing we have achieved. That is what Edward was doing as a Christian.
Thank you very much. Cliff.
Yes.
Did you listen to that clip? I know you have seen that clip, how it was shown you 2 years ago. Like he talked about that.
Yeah, I've seen the clip. It's total touching, My dad was more than a father, he was a friend. And I really looked up to him. He taught us well. He was very, very disciplined. He was disciplined in a way that he kept his stuff so well, and he trained us so well to be disciplined. My dad always loved things to be done the right way. Justice. He loved justice.
Okay.
So when I see that and what he said, probably, I don't know, the Almighty maybe saw it coming, and he really prepared him. I had before my dad left, I used to I stayed with him in the house at Ramsey, Anoka County, Minnesota state. And my dad was a very hardworking man.
Yeah,
he could come in the evening, go work, stay at where he was working for 2 weeks, and when he comes back, he's very frail. So I kind of got close to him because I was always talking to him, playing with him, some cardboard games and all that. We could have candid talks, candid discussions. And I really got to know his soft part. He was a very nice guy. He was a very nice friend to me. So when I see that, it really touches my heart. And I don't know. I just leave it to God because it's so tough. It's so tough for me. My mother too was a rock bottom. She was the prayer warrior of the family. Always she prayed always from Kenya, but she's in Kenya, but she always remembered her children in America and could pray for us. So to the people who did these heinous acts, I don't know what to say to them, but I have no vengeance in my heart for them. I have none, zero. Because it was meant to happen that way. God knew. We always ask questions, but I know God knew it was going to happen. And everything happens for a reason. I could only say this to them. If they are listening out there, I don't know whether this will go live.
It's live. It's live now. It's all over the world.
Whatever they did, I forgive them.
Thank you.
But we would love them to get justice for what they did. And even if they don't get justice now, I promise them, and that's what gives me joy in my heart, that when the morning comes, when Christ will be back, and sure he will be back, our parents will get the full justice. Their blood is on their heads wherever they are. Whoever planned it and whoever executed it, the blood of my parents is on their hands. It will never leave them. It will never leave them until they leave this earth. And when they are resurrected on that morning, when Christ comes, they'll get the justice they deserve. Because vengeance is for God. God is the one we leave vengeance to. God saw them doing everything they were doing. They thought they were so smart, but God is always up there looking. My mom had just come back from church to pray. She had prayed for us that evening. She had supplicated her sins. I believe that's the first saint who will be going to heaven when that morning comes. When Christ comes, she will be the first saint going to heaven. That one, I believe now, I know a saint somewhere who's sleeping, waiting for Christ to take her home.
Yeah, you have to know that your father who lived here, and some of us who traveled home, we have met your mother. It's a very great mother, as you say, a prayer warrior. Every meeting was always praying for us. The community is with you. Even the American Kenyan community, which is back home, is there. I hope you
Musacho ye ni gobono yeso.
I wanted
Yemaga yogo kwa Mwamogusii Edward Morema no mongino ye Grace Morema ubale okora emere asensi America asenjira yobo tutukano aseba atogete bayiteire nyumba ensemeyo.
So they went there. They are there on the ground, those who are there. So the community, Cliff, and your siblings were with you. We will cover your back. And I know you have a lot. I will not keep you in the studio long. Thank you very much. We will continue to pray for you. Okay. Still we have Jeremiah Onsongo. There are many people who have signed up, but their devices, some I'm not seeing. So we'll continue with the rest. Mr. Jeremiah.
Yes.
Yeah. What can you say again before we can conclude this session?
You know, Dr. Mandy, you played a clip where Edward was giving a speech during the opening ceremony of his house. And it is like, did he really protect this young tree for 2 years? Now, sometimes when you give a speech and you are asking God to give you something, you don't ask for too much. You only ask God to give you something. But God knows what He's going to give you. So it didn't mean that it's going to stay for 2 years. But that is what they ask, and in a speech you can ask anything.
Okay.
If you are asking for money, you don't have to ask a million. You say, if I get a couple of thousands, I think I will be okay. But if you are given a million, you still will accept. So Edward talked like that, not knowing that it is going to happen exactly 2 years. And actually, it's 2 years since he gave that speech. Very, very unfortunate. What I can say is that I'm praying and everybody's praying because this something has happened which has touched everybody internationally. That these people who did this, can God give, even without, give a punishment these people? You know, I'm told some people, they can come crawling and eating grass and asking for forgiveness that we are the one who did this. Can something like that happen? So that we can know, because we would really be happy if we see, we know the people who killed Edward. It's so Peter, Edward and his wife, they were like Christian family. These were people who loved the people. These were people who were so good to people. I don't know who this bad seed in that community did it and why. That is a question which you don't have the answer.
Yeah,
So I'm like appealing sincerely to the government to work around the clock.
okay.
Let us see those killers brought the book.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah. That we have a new entered. Jane entered. He has been talking with the camera. Jane, hello? Can you hear?
Yes, I can hear.
Yes, welcome, Jane. What do you have to say about the death of Edward and Grace? I know they were your friends.
Yeah, it's really, really painful. And thank you so much, Dr. Omandi, for creating this platform so that we can cry our friend, our brother, our sister. Me, you know, my dad had a shop in their area in Nyamakoro, so I knew them. I knew Edward. Then when I came here, Edward became like my brother, even more than my brother. Actually, I could talk to him. I could listen when I'm explaining. If I'm sad or I have something going on, I could talk to him. It's very unfortunate. Even me, I know somebody called me from home around 4:30. It's very, very bad. My same appeal to everybody who is listening or will be listening is that let us get closer to these children. If we really, really loved Morema and the wife, let's get close to them. Those who are close to the city, like me, it pains me because I'm far away. It's kind of hard to come every day, but let's get close. Not only every day, just let us give. Let us give, because this is a lot. You know, 2 people is not like 1 person. So it needs a lot of money to go home. Again, the American people, the American Kenyan people, citizens, we need to maybe find something like a group. We make a group so that we can, you know, if you say, oh, American protect us, oh, Kenyans protect us, it's us to make a group and let us demand that protection. Okay. Don't just us say and leave it there. Let us say, this is really painful. What if it was an American who died in Kenya? I think they could be on the ground right now. Yeah. So we need to make like a group, an umbrella group for American Kenyan families. When we go to Kenya, we know we have protection. So me, my plea and my prayer is that we put these children, they are young children, you know, they were anticipating, like the daughters, the father was going to work with them, the mom was going to work them when they getting married. So now somebody has snatched the parents from them. It's so painful. It is painful to us as a family, but we ask God to comfort us and comfort those children. But with the killers, if there's somebody who thought to finish somebody, remember you are not going to live forever. Your days are coming. And God is the one who revenges. And we are not praying that God revenges. Before God revenges, show up, ask for forgiveness, and get baptized so that you can be forgiven. I'm so mad. I'm so sad that this thing happened to one of us.
Thank you very much, Jen, for your thoughts. Hey, we have Tom Nyandwaro. How are you, Tom?
I'm good, doctor. How are you doing today?
Good.
I would also like to thank you for getting us here. First of all, we thank God for the gift of life. And honestly, we are not happy of the thing which happened back in Kenya. Because this guy, Edward, and his wife they were very good people to us, all of us here back at home, except that there are some individuals, the beasts, we can call them beasts, who went on and killed these parents. In fact, we are really very, very, very sorry for the family, especially the kids to the parents back at home, that's Morema and Grace. So the kids, we say so sorry. We are together during this time of grief. In case of anything, we are together with you until you go home, and we wish you all the best. When you go home, you bury your parents, though it's very painful, but we are together in hearts. So the thing we want to ask our government back at home, please let them try their best to get the culprits on book. Because, in fact, losing those two parents is not something like a joke. That's a big blow to the family and to the rest of the people who Morema used to assist. Please, we are appealing to Kindiki, the Interior CS. In fact, if he was a wise man, he could be there at the scene himself to see what was going on. Because I think if it was somebody on their government side, they could be there by now. So we are appealing to Kindiki to make sure they follow up that thing. If they are not going to do that, then we have no government. Otherwise, the government which does not assist its people, that's a useless government. So we are just praying for the kids of Morema. God bless them and God give them comfort. That's all I have by now. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for that. I saw Rosirita, the president of Mwenyagitinga, but online, but it's not. If you are on, you can put your camera on. We can't see you. And as we continue to talk about this, Henry, I saw you. Henry is not. Hello. What is that? Okay. Yeah, I can see Henry. Henry, are you on?
Yeah, I'm there.
Hello?
I'm there. I'm on.
Did you want to say something? I saw your hand.
Yes. There is something that I wanted to remind the family that we are having a vigil tomorrow, but also I will want to tell them that on Sunday we have secured a venue at the KCC for the memorial service, so that people can be aware. Those ones who didn't have the opportunity to be here today, they can come on Sunday at the United Central. Kenya Community Church in Brooklyn Park.
Okay,
yes.
Yeah, that's when we will have a memorial service. Tomorrow we are having a vigil, and all of everybody's welcome there.
Yes.
Oh, thanks for reminding. So, on tomorrow, what do you tell them about the vigil? What they need to do tomorrow? That one, and I put a flyer there. It will be on the Centennial Park in Brooklyn Center. The address is there. Henry, can you tell them about what they expect during that?
Yeah, actually, this is an opportunity for all our members here to come and express their concern, to come and talk to people directly, to show, support to our, family, the family which was murdered. We want everybody to come, and because people have been asking, where are we meeting, so that we can express our, condolences and our concerns to the government, for the governments. So tomorrow is an opportunity that you have been given. Make sure that you come at 4 o'clock, and it will be 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. The time is short, but try to come in time so that you can have an opportunity to speak directly to the people all over the world.
Okay, so
yeah,
you invited them, more of them to come there. Hello?
Yeah, of course, yes. I'm inviting them, all of them, and we will send the group around so that all of them they can have an opportunity to come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think unless we have anybody who wants to say something, we should come to the end of our program. So we will meet tomorrow. At least we have had time to mourn our great friend Edward Morema and Grace Morema. And for that reason, I will stop here, gentlemen. Thank you very much for taking your time. And we hope to continue this in the future. As we
Thank
continue.
You.
Nigo oendete kurigiriria Mwamogusii TV.